Welcome to Cricket Predicta, powered by 1xBet, your ultimate destination for insight, excitement and prediction that pack a punch. I'm Anant Kaur and as always we're ready to bring you the latest updates from the world of cricket. Last night's match, an absolute roller coaster, where Punjab Kings stunned Kolkata Knight Riders with a gritty bowling masterclass, defending just 111 runs and sealing a 16-run win in just 15.3 overs. Yes, you heard that right. 111 was enough. Upsets are real in IPL 2025 and they just keep coming. But the drama doesn't stop here. All eyes now shift to Delhi, where two contrasting stories collide. Today at the Arun Jaitley Stadium, it's Delhi Capitals versus Rajasthan Royals, match number 32 of IPL 2025. The Capitals are flying high, 4 wins on the trot and 1 loss to Mumbai, but still riding the momentum. On the other side, the Royals are searching for answers, stuck at number 8 with just 2 wins from 6. Which team finds its rhythm today? Who will be the game changer? Stark with the swing or Samson with the swag? And most importantly, where should your predictions chips fall? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Our expert panel is here and our special guests join us tonight to break it all down. Squad analysis, pitch insights and everything. We have former Zimbabwe cricketers Stanley Chioza and Christopher Mofu with us today. Hello gentlemen, how are you doing today? How are you, Christopher?
All good. Hope you're well there, Anand.
All good here as well. And Stanley, how are you doing today?
Definitely not good, Anand, especially with regards to KKR's performance yesterday. One would have thought, restrict the Kings to 111. You'd have thought that would have been an easy chase, but the IPL keeps bringing in surprises. So not a good day for me, that's for sure.
Oh, totally. Momentum keeps on changing and the way Punjab Kings came in was amazing. And Chahal, as we were discussing, was the match yesterday where he brought his performance of the match.
Well, he's a big player, big players for big moments. And what a way to come back into form. Oh. Look, he's a genuine taker, and that's exactly what he showed yesterday, his masterclass. That's how class stays permanent. You never write them off. When you need them, they come into the party. And one thing is for sure, KKR certainly did not play Chahal very well. An interesting way with regards to how KKR used a lot of seam, got the majority of the wickets, 8 as it were, through seam bowlers. And then Punjab Kings making that breakthrough with spin.
Totally. Now the party shifts to Delhi. Stanley, the head-to-head battle between DC and RR has been on an equal note. Which side looks more comfortable in this position to dominate the game? Because when you see the games played here have been 29 between them and 14. DC has won and RR has won 15.
Well, look, at this moment in time, yes, the stats are there, but at the end of the day, you try and stay in the present moment. The present moment is which team has a good brand of cricket, which team is in the momentum, which holds the momentum to try and produce a performance that will guarantee them a win. And right now, I think there's more questions in the Rajasthan Royals camp with regards to how indifferent their batting has gone about things. You've got a good start up the order with the Jaiswal and Samson. They're getting them good starts. They've got a good scoring rate of about 9 runs to be over. But the moment you go further down, when you lose your wickets at the top, the middle order, that scoring rate just declines to about under 8. So that's where the concern is. That disparity is such that the middle order has not been able to back the good performances that you would have gotten from the top. Yes, Sanju Samson has only got 150, Jaiswal has got 2, but you've got players like Riyan Parag. The expectation has not been put into performances. 5 times he's gotten starts, but also he has failed to convert.
Oh, today they have to surely convert. Christopher, Delhi Capitals has been completely dominant against RR at their home venue in Delhi. So will it be a sign for concern for RR in this game? Because when you see DC has won 6 times and RR 3 in the 9 matches they have played. And last time also Delhi Capitals won by 20 runs in the IPL 2024.
Yeah, definitely. You know me also, I'm biased. As I told you, I'm a Delhi Capitals fan. So today is almost, I can say, it's the day the way I support even more than I was last night. And I'm sure, as you know, that I'm against 10 as usual. So for me, I don't see them holding back. They've played some absolutely tremendous cricket this season, the Capital. So I see them continuing to dominate. Yes, they've lost one game that I felt they could have won against Mumbai Indians. So for me today, I still think they will be the team to beat. For me, they're playing a brand of cricket that there is much unity there. You can tell whenever they're getting in that there is a big plan from the coaches and from the captain. So I see them also playing at home. That's a big advantage for them. I think they will definitely do well tonight.
And Christopher, what do Delhi Capitals need to fix to get back to winning ways, to get the success against RR in this game, especially when you see how close was the last game against Mumbai Indians?
As we said it, for me, I don't think they were supposed to lose that game against the Mumbai Indians. So it's not a lot that they need to fix. It's just, seizing the key moments, which I felt against Mumbai Indians. When they were on top, they just, lost wickets when they were not supposed to be losing those wickets. So I don't think there's a lot that needs to be tuned up. It's just getting back, doing what they did very well in the 4 games that they won on the trot, and getting back to those. I think the game will be much better if they get back to their basics. Getting back to the basics will be the key thing for me there.
Yeah, the momentum seems to be with them, and one loss will deter them from winning again. And Stanley, what should be the approach of Rajasthan Royals, as this is a must-win game for them to stay alive in the tournament?
Well, their batting is key. I did say earlier on, their batting has been indifferent. That relationship between their top order and their middle order. Okay, and now what just makes it further difficult is that DC have got a very good bowling lineup led by Swensong of Mitchell Stark. But then key also in that middle period is how Kuldeep has gone about things. He's bowled about 18 overs in this tournament, and would you believe he's got an economy rate of under 6 in that middle period. Up and above that, you've got Vipraj to also contend with. So they've got 2 brilliant spinners in the middle. And then you also have to look at Rian Parag's ability to face spin. 118 is his strike rate versus spin in the entire IPL. That's a cause for concern, and it's a major cause for concern, especially at a time when your middle order is struggling to score runs. It's that moment in time, that middle period, believe me, matches are won and lost in the middle period. When you have a good start, which they're failing to complement, you can easily lose it. This is a time when you're looking to pile up runs. But then when you're now facing an experience that is also doing well, that can add jitters into your form.
Yeah, and it seems that Stanley's Nitish Rana, Sanju Samson and Shimron Hetmeyer, they finally have to click in, especially Nitish Rana and Shimron Hetmeyer, because as you said, in the middle overs, it's a struggle for them.
It's been a struggle, but the key thing is that lack of conversion. If you do look at it, it's not like guys have not been, or the batsmen have not been getting starts. They have been getting starts. Even Sanju Samson, yes, he's got 150, but if you then look at it, he's got starts behind his back. Rian Parag has got starts 5 times out of 6. He's scored above 25. He is getting himself out. He just needs to bat longer, stay on the crease a lot longer, and then perhaps put in as worthy of the name and his position in the team.
And Christopher, how much concerning has Sanju Samson form in this for RR in the tournament so far? Because when you see his last 5 innings, they have been 15, 41, 38, 20 and 13.
Sorry, Anand, I think I lost you there. I'm not so sure whether it's... could you please just repeat that again? Sorry.
Yeah, Christopher, I'm asking that how much concerning was Sanju Samson's form been for RR in the tournament so far? Because when you see the last 5 innings he's played 15, 41, 38, 20 and 13 so far.
Yeah, it's a bit of a big concern looking at how he has done before in the IPL. We expected quite a lot from him, and also being one of the guys that is leading the team, it's a little bit of a concern. But Stan talked about, getting starts. For me also, when you get to those positions, that's still a start, getting to 20s, getting to 30s. I think he just needs to bet a little bit longer than he has been. And I'm sure he's just a few innings away from a big one. Tonight could be the night where he turns things around. And, people are expecting a big runs from him because of what he has done in the past. We know how good he is. But if you've got a start, you need to convert it. And that's something that Samson has to do. And so it is actually a big concern for the Rajasthan. So tonight could be the night where he has to change everything.
So Stanley, do you think that tonight would be the night for Yashasvi Jaiswal also, because seeing his last 5 innings that have been 75, 667, so finally he's getting into that form. So do we see a big knock also coming from him?
Well, it's possible, but then again, it's a good matchup when you get to face Mitch Starc. We know how brilliant Mitch Starc is with regards to bowling to left-hand batters. He's brilliant. He gets it to shape back in, he gets to swing away, and importantly at pace. So he has to go past that. So in essence, one step at a time, get through Mitchell Starc, but importantly, you've got to score, because at this moment in time, him and Sanju Samson have done a good job in getting that run rate in that first power play to 10, which is good. And imagine, this is a run rate that's only second to Punjab Kings. So amongst the losses, the losses, the fact that they are losing, they overshadow even the victories, even the small good work. This is good. They just need somebody else after the top order to then make sure they complement the work that they've started. Batters will come out, but at the end of the day, it's how much you would have put in on the board and somebody to put his hand up on a day and score big. So hopefully, Jaiswal will do the job today.
Oh, everybody's expecting big from Jaiswal. And now Christopher star RR pacer Jofra Archer has troubled the veteran DC batter Faf du Plessis, and if he plays here, we'll see a good head-to-head player battle in IPL. So will Archer pose a threat to DC and du Plessis while bowling in the power play phase of the innings? Because when you see Jofra Archer has dismissed Plessis twice, and the average strike rate has been 122.2 and average has been just 11.
Yeah, this is going to be a good contest, and for me, I'm forward to this. Archer didn't start well. There's 2 games in IPL this season, but he has been very, very well the past games that he has played after that. So this is going to be a good contest, but as you know, I'll be a little bit biased. I don't see him getting over du Plessis tonight. I'm sure du Plessis is going to come through tonight's game. So Archer, as much as he has been doing well, I see du Plessis coming on top tonight.
So from one player battle to another, Stanley, the head-to-head player battle between RR skipper Sanju Samson and DC spinner Kuldeep Yadav has been on an equal note. So how will this unfold? Because now when you see the strike rate has been 122, he's dismissed him twice.
Well, the one thing about on-field battles, matchups like this, it's a matchup, it's there, it's a reality. However, I always believe that, this matchup is also formed about what's happening around you. When it puts pressure on you, how then do you go about playing a bowler like Kuldeep? For starters, he would have had to bat long enough. He hasn't been doing that, Sanju Samson. If he does, then he can get to face a bowler like Kuldeep. But you're a different individual when you have been on the crease for long enough. When you start facing Kuldeep, because you've faced plenty of balls, the confidence is high, you know how the surface is reacting. However, when you've just been there for a few deliveries, it's a different ball game altogether. Generally, the bowler starts from a commanding position, because for a batsman, it only takes one delivery. And hence, the story comes down to what is happening around Sanju Samson. He's a star player. Lots is expected on his shoulders, like what Chris said. But when you are losing, so many questions pop up with regards to your performance, but little is said on you, which is the key. The other work has to be done by other players who have to put their hands up. At the end of the day, it's a batting effort. It's not about the individual that will get you over that line. It's the batting effort in terms of complementing the top order, the middle order, and those who finish off the game.
Oh, it'll be a competition everywhere. And now, Christopher, there has been a big history of the head-to-head player battle between the veteran DC batter KL Rahul and the experienced RR pacer Sandeep Sharma. The success ratio for both the star has been in balance so far. So will it be quite concerning for Sandeep to face KL Rahul considering his blistering batting form currently?
Definitely, it's another good one. Sandeep, a veteran who swings the ball very well, but when you are looking at K. Rahul's form at the moment, he's oozing in confidence. So, to me, who do you think is coming out on top tonight? I'm sure definitely if Sandeep gets to bowl to Rahul, Rahul is going to be the one that wins it.
And also, Christopher, Jake Fraser-McGurk's form is also very concerning, because now when you see his last 5 innings, there have been 3 ducks. You see 0, 7, 0, 38 and 0. He was out of the first ball of the match in the last match. So how do he get back?
Before you ask that question, I wanted to say that when you're going to ask me who's going to be your player to look out for tonight, I said as much as he is going through that trouble, I just got a feeling that this could be the night. Don't get me wrong, but if he does get to play, I've got a feeling that he is the one that has to come through. But as coming back to your question, it's a little bit of a tricky one. You know, I was asking myself, for a player like him, he's just an attacking player. I haven't seen his defense side. So when you are struggling also as a player and then you're getting into these moments, how do you get yourself out? You know, it's a little bit of a tricky situation. But, you know, I feel like, you know, maybe it's a few balls away, you know, middling them in the and hitting them for 4 or 6 for him to get back, because he hasn't had a good start this season considering of what he did last season. But I pray that they give him another chance tonight, and tonight could be the day.
Well, let's see, will he get that start or not? Stanley, now when you see how much importance team batting first has been, team batting first is 143 times, but batting second, it's 46 times in the 90 matches played here. So how much will the toss be of importance when if you choose to bat first today?
Well, look, the records are there for a reason, Anand. The records are there for a reason. However, at the end of the day, I think the most important aspect is it comes down to how respectful the players are for the conditions that are given. Because at the end of the day, your style of play has got to adjust to the conditions that are given. You know, so when you get an opportunity to bat first, you do know that it's a bit tricky. So you've got to give yourself a bit of a chance, taking a bit of balls and then look to express yourself. But at the end of the day, the toss, whoever wins the toss, I will not be surprised if anything changes. Both the captains will probably go to with what history says and then look to just take it up from there.
And Christopher, when you see the pacer wickets taken here has been 392 and the spinners 217. So who do you see to dominate here? Because this is a big scoring ground and pacers seem to have dominated more.
Yes, like Stan said, the history is there for a reason. So I'm sure that the Pacers will still be the one that to look out for. And we said it early on. Also, you've got someone like Stark on such wickets; he could be lethal. So for me, Pacers will be the ones that could determine the game as much it will be as a high scoring game.
Stanley, so what are the lessons which DC need to take from their defeat against MI in the last game? Because that was a really close match.
Well, for starters, I think the key thing, or the one headache that coaching captain probably have, is a Faf du Plessis 100% fit and ready for this match. Because if he's ready, then that means the issue of Fraser McGurk, does he play? Because Karun Nair came in and he was a revelation of this as a boomerang in that Mumbai Indians game, coming in at number 3. So the question is, if a du Plessis comes back, where then do you slot someone like a Karun Nair, because he's shown he's got the ability, and then what then happens to someone like a Jake Fraser McGurk? Do you keep him going, or then do you drop out at the bottom to make sure you've got your best 11, as it were, in terms of Faf du Plessis, Jake Fraser McGurk, and importantly, with the way Karun Nair batted, also keeping him in the side?
Oh, totally. It's going to be a problem of plenty if Faf du Plessis comes in. And Christopher, how much Kuldeep Yadav is a threat, seeing RR struggle in their middle overs?
Hey, as Stan said it early on, you know, the middle overs will win you games at any time. So for me, if they don't play him that well, once again, as the economy says, it's less than 6 in this IPL season, for me, he is the man that the RR had to look out for. And you have to find a way. I don't know how they'll find a way, but they have to find a way on how to score those runs in the middle. But I still believe that he is the main man to trouble them in this game tonight.
So from one main man to another, Riyan Parag was in a good touch. But Stanley, now when you see his last 5 innings, they've been 30, 26, 43, 37. So what does he need to do to get back into form? Because as we've discussed, the middle overs are the very big key for Rajasthan Royals.
Well, spend more time on the wicket. That's key for Riyan Parag. The scoring ability is there. I think like the one point that I made earlier is how he needs to respect the conditions, as it were. Okay, you need to adjust your game to the conditions given. The bad balls is putting away. He can manufacture shots, but he has to realize that that middle period, that middle order, he is the one in form. We haven't seen much from Rana. We haven't seen much from Shimron Hetmyer. He needs to be there, especially if there's an early collapse. Already, we've got a stack that is working against him with regards to scoring against spin. So the longer you bat, the much better and easier it gets. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be that circumspect and make it so obvious that every time there's spin coming in, you lose your wicket. Somebody's got to take that responsibility. But generally, it's a must now for Rajasthan Royals, especially with where the tournament is heading. They can't let the top order do the good work and then throw it away in the middle order. Somebody's got to stamp authority, and I think Riyan Parag is in good nick at the moment. He has to stop throwing away his wicket.
And Christopher, if you see, who do you see taking most wickets here, Jofra Archer or Mitchell Starc?
I'll say Starc. Starc is swinging the ball well. Not saying that Jofra is not bowling well, but Starc is swinging the ball and is bowling at good pace also to see. So I'll say Starc to come on top in this contest.
Stanley, who do you think between them would take the most wickets today?
Yeah, I'll have to go with Mitchell Starc. I think form-wise, he's up there, and he's coming in against the batting lineup that is still trying to find form, as it were. That just makes it easy for Mitchell Starc. But then again, this is T20. Guys have been known to go out there, throw hook, line, and sinker to it, and it works. But when you talk about momentum, I think DC has the momentum heading into this match, and it always works well when you're coming in, when you're positive and you're full of confidence.
So, Stanley, do you think RR would be in confidence, and who do you predict to win today, seeing the momentum is most on the DC side?
Well, the one thing about IPL T20 matches, Anand, is it seems like every game you play, you have nothing to lose. It's a brand new game, okay? You take it from that moment. So it's another opportunity, okay? They know what they need to do as RR. So with regards to what we saw yesterday, KKR versus Punjabs, anything is possible. But at the moment, I will have to go with DC in this match with regards to momentum. And
Christopher, who is your pick for today?
At least for my change, I'm with Sten. Yeah, as I told you, I've always been a DC fan, so I'll definitely go with them. And like I said earlier on, if Jake Fraser McGurk plays tonight, this could be the one night to watch out for him.
So you see a big innings coming from Jake Fraser McGurk. Is going to be half century or is going to be a century?
As long as if he plays tonight, there's going to be a big one.
So any big total you have in mind, Stanley, which can be scored today?
Well, let me put it this way. I think if Riyan Parag comes good for Rajasthan Royals, I think they could be up and above 170 plus. Okay, because I think he's due. Okay, he can't let form go to waste. I think he's the one person that really needed in that Rajasthan Royals. But however, when you do look at the Delhi Capitals batting lineup, geez, it's quite a mean and exciting batting lineup. So I will not accept anything. I will not be surprised if it's 180 plus from DC should they bat first.
So Christopher, you also predicting that it will be 200 plus or maybe less than that?
I'm going 200 plus tonight.
Only because you believe that Jake Fraser McGurk will be clicking in.
Exactly.
Okay. So thank you so much, gentlemen, for all your insights, and we'll be back tomorrow with the new episode. Thank you so much for watching Cricket Predicta. We'll be again here with new insights and predictions for tomorrow's match. You know where to tune in when you have to see all the insights. See you tomorrow.